Well, it's Islands of Insight again, for the billionth time. I'm here in Serene Deluge, looking for some fun puzzles. I'm actually going to make my way over to the Myopia... Excuse me, make my way over to the Myopia Arrows in a second here, but I did spawn next to this puzzle. So, let's grab whatever relics I can. They're not going to be all inside this building, are they? No, I bet they're going to be some... Maybe there's a lower level I can go into? Yeah, there is. Doesn't seem like there's a lot I can do over here. Is there anything up on top that I missed? I don't see it. Why is it messing with my camera like that? Stop it. It's not a trick of like looking up at the right angle and seeing something I couldn't see from a different one. It does kind of seem like the only options are up on this upper level, so... What are we doing here? Alright, this one's tricky. We're starting off with a tricky one. I've already kind of looked in this building, and I haven't really seen anything I haven't already grabbed. There were two in there. What's that one? Is there another one I could potentially see? Doesn't... Ah, I see. Good work. Good work. Here, let's do a music puzzle. Just a nice scale. That one actually sounds like music, provided OBS is recording it. We're going to find out. I'm doing a bunch of stuff in a row, and, you know, it seemed like it was recording when I looked at the video earlier, so... So, there's one... Maybe there is another one in here somewhere that I would be able to see at just the right angle. Hard to tell, though. Whoa, whoa. Okay, well, now I'm totally lost. Here, let's grab this one. Galaxies. That definitely can't be it. So, we go here. It can't because I see. So, galaxy just has to be blocked off entirely. We have to go up at least one spot here. That means we can't go any further there. This is a possibility. We don't have to worry about connecting white or dark cells. I think the 6 is just done, so we definitely can't connect it there. If we connected here, we'd also have to connect there, so that's actually a bad idea. We have to connect all the way up here. Okay, interesting. I am hearing a shy aura, I just don't know where he is. Okay, so you are in the building somewhere. Just where have I not looked yet? What angle have I not seen? New morphic fractal spawn in Verdant Glen. Oh boy! Is it like behind something? I think it's actually really clever to stick them in this building and, you know, make you find the right angle for it. Oh, is there a shy aura inside there? That is odd. Amazing. Of course, that's just going to get in the way of this puzzle, Thank you. It looks like it's going toward this side of the building that I'm on, so I might be able to see him better from this side. There we go. Okay, I actually like that one. That was hard, but I liked it. So now, making my way toward the place I want to actually go, but I do see glide rings, so we're going to do those. This is a long course. It's sort of taking me the opposite direction I want to go. I will say that. It's still going. Oh my god. At least this feels like an actual glide ring. Like, it actually feels like flying. Like, this is taking advantage of the floaty movement. This is how it should feel to do a glide rings puzzle. Despite the fact this is very easy. Okay, we're gonna warp back to the start. Where are you going? No. There we go. Can't exactly warp back to the start on that, but we do have some jump pads here. So Myopia Arrows are going to be this way. Hold on, I do see that. We're actually pretty close to finishing off all of the Myopia Arrow puzzles in the game. Or at least all the ones in this spot. Okay. I think I want to be here. There. I want to have myself flat in this spot. Maybe flat here. There. So maybe this is the path I take? Yeah, work your way backwards on this one. That's how you get it. Oh, right, there's some 5-star puzzles up there. I'm not really interested in those right now, because I know they're going to take a long time, so I want to, like, dedicate an episode to those. Here we go. Oh, some difficult Myopia puzzles are going to be here. Well, we know we're going to start with the stuff we have to set. We don't want to make a divided line that's connecting all dark cells, though. So dark cells are going to be here, which means they have to be in these spots, so we can't divide them up. So we do have to bring around this direction. We're also not going to do this, otherwise we're dead ending and we're dead, so we can't do that. This now has to happen. If I bring this up, we're in trouble. I think we have to do it like this. Oh no! Like this. We can actually bring it this way. Cool. How about you? Don't make checkerboards. Great. No 2 dark areas of same shape and size. Great. All dark regions have area 4. Also great. This is required. One of these two. I'm not sure which one. We're making tetrominoes, and they can't all be the same, so that will at least tell us something. No checkerboards. Do I have a checkerboard happening anywhere here? If I did this piece here, I'd have to make a checkerboard. So, in fact, this is our T-piece. I could bring this, or I could say... Oh, no, I can't do this without making a dark cell here. And if I do this, so this is a dark cell no matter what, which means that's a dark cell no matter what, which means those are either both light or dark. I could do this and make light cells here. If I did dark cells here, I would have to make a checkerboard. So these are in fact light cells, which means this is the S piece. Can't make a checkerboard. Why is this bad? This is bad because... Oh, closest cells are the opposite. Oh, it's the arrows are pointing two direct. I'm dumb. I thought those were the same distance. They're not the same distance. So, that has to be there. There's got to be a dark cell, at least one of these, which means that's a dark cell. Can't make the T piece. We could make... No, we can't do this. So we have the L piece here. So we could have the O piece. Yeah. Interesting. That's a fine puzzle. Not too bad, not too great. This one is going to be no dominoes. Easy enough. No dominoes. Connect all light cells, which means that we have to bring this out at least one space and that out at one space. Otherwise light cells won't be connected. Connecting light cells doesn't seem like it'll be too hard. I do have to bring these out. We do have to now have these pieces. Okay, so we are starting to get the question of where do we put these so we don't block off light cells? Seems like everything else should just be a light cell. There we go. Connect light cells is going to force us to put light cells around the four-way and around here. No dominoes and no squares. So this is now forced. No squares. Interesting. Looks like this is now forced. Oh, so I gotta have all these out. Next, connect all light cells. Is there any place that's in danger of not working right now? No squares, right? No squares. This would be a problem, so we do have to bring these. No squares, no squares, no squares, no squares, no squares, no squares. There we go. Whew, boy, exactly one symbol per dark area, exactly one symbol per light area. This is going to be fun to figure out, so we've got to connect these for sure. This has to connect, which means this has to be dark, and these have to be light. This has to be dark now, and these have to be light. There we go. We'll see. This... Yeah, we gotta connect these. This now has to be dark, so these are all light. That has to be dark. Light. That's gotta be light. It's gonna be dark. One symbol per light area, baby. This is gonna be light. Oh, or dark, I mean. Huh. This has to connect somewhere. Yeah, it's gonna be dark. It's gonna be light. Dark. This has to be dark. Okay. That actually worked itself out pretty well. It's just, it was scary because of all the big symbols everywhere. All dark areas have the same shape and size. Okay. So we definitely can't point... hold on a second. This has to point to the closest, because if we do this... I gotta find a thing. Well, what if I start with this? I start with 2 white cells here, and then we have to have dark on these sides. Now we can do... we would have to make this shape. Is there any way we can get a thing going on here? I don't think so. So I think we can bring it this way. How on earth would I make this shape? would I be able to... No, I'm not able to make it at all. Well, if I do it this way, can I make this flipped? At all? Well, this is the version flipped, but it's not going to work. I would need to somehow get these... No, this isn't the flipped version. The flipped version is... No, the flipped version would have it down here. Okay, what if it is this? Okay, so... So I gotta find a way to get... This doesn't seem right at all. Has to be this. Oh, dark. Shape and size. Well, actually, these all have to be dark. There's no way around that. These all have to be dark. There's no way around it. So how do I get something that's going this way? If I bring these two, I would also have to take these, which isn't going to work. So I think this has to be light. This won't work. But if I do it this way, how do I make this shape? No, that's not how that's going to go. If I bring it around, there's no place for me to make this shape except here. I bring it down like this. Is it rotated? It's hard for me to rotate the shape in my mind, but this would have to go down here. So... this sort of thing isn't rotated properly. This is actually really difficult for me personally to do this kind of thing. If I were to make this a dark cell, these would all have to be dark cells. And then how do I get 5 in a row? This is the only place to put it. In a spot where things go up and above. Therefore, this is a light cell. So where do I get this shape? Here, it's not quite right. Because where do I make this go? Here is a problem. If this is the shape, we'd have to bend it here somewhere, and there's nowhere to bend it. this has to bend as well. So I think these have to be like so, but now this one actually is really hurting my brain. And it's probably a very easy puzzle that I'm overthinking because I'm not able to do this correctly. I think it has to be like so, but then how on earth do I get this to work out? Because these don't match this set at all. Yeah, it would need to be here. I don't think I have this one right at all. I'm sorry. I'm actually really sorry. I'm gonna have to cheat on this puzzle. I genuinely can't see it. I struggle to get this. So I'm gonna put this here and I'm gonna do it. Alright, now I'm gonna put these here and then I'm gonna look at it. Okay, so this is correct. Now if this is right, he's gonna say it's wrong. So we do need this. Yeah, I actually do have a problem. Does this count? Is this actually flipped? I think that might be flipped. I actually can't see that. This is actually something I struggle with in real life. I really struggle with this. I can't see that. I actually can't see it. Even after it's told to me, it doesn't make sense to me. Okay. I'm cheating. I don't care anymore. If it's a puzzle that I just can't see it, I can't do it. Alright then. Don't make dominoes. This is a 2-star? What's going on? Why is it 2 stars? Maybe because I don't know the first move? Maybe because I don't know the first move. Well, let's say it's this one. That means we have these moves, which could be a problem. Okay, so all the way back to the beginning. There we go. This is the move. Is that the move? We'll see. That means this is the move here. That's the move there. This has to be the move here. All we have here is dominoes is the move. Seems about right. Okay. That was much easier. Yeah, this one here, this is not something I know how to do, sorry. When it's just like tetrominoes and pentominoes, and they have to be like similar stuff, I can do those because I've memorized what the tetrominoes and pentominoes are. That's the only reason I can do them. It's not because I can rotate objects in my mind. I genuinely can't do that. So, sorry, I'm gonna cheat on that puzzle. How about this? How many do we have here? We have 5. At least this one doesn't suffer too much from the movement. Oh, it does suffer a bit from the movement, though. There we go. That's all I care about is getting that gold time. I'm heading to Congruency. If I'm doing the sets like the Myopia and things like that, I'm going to hit all the sets I can. I'm almost done with the Myopia set. I think I'm about, 10 puzzles away from finishing. I can check in just a second, but I'm going to find my way where I'm going first. Oh, what's this? Is this just a simple one? Is this a simple circle here? Looks like we got a simple circle. So I want to make sure I'm not crawling up too much. So we're going to go around this way. Oh. Yeah, I got it. And how about you? We're looking at... Well, let's get the red one last. Let's get the blue first, and then let's put green, and then let's put red in. Right, let's see how many we got here. No two dark areas of same shape and size. Cool. Well, this is now our domino. So we have to bring this out for sure. These all have to come out. This has to come out this way. We could... Nah, we can't make another domino. Doesn't look like it's actually going to be that big a deal. Okay. Alright, connect all light cells. They all have the same shape and size. At least I can get an O shape. I'm not going to struggle with it like I did with the other one. Connect all light cells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or 7. Connect all light cells. Well, if there's one here, there's two. And so let's say I block this off. 6, 7, 8, 9. I would have to go this far at least. I'd have to go that far at least. This feels like guesswork. This feels like guesswork. Let's start with this. I can go this far just fine. But I can't do this. I also can't go this far. This is fine, but this is not. So if I head here is good. Well, if I did this, what on earth am I going to do here? So, in fact, these are both dark cells no matter what. Those have to be light cells, which means I can bring this. I can't bring this all the way up, though. Can I bring this all the way? Because I could just have both of these be light cells just fine. I can't bring this all the way, actually. So the 8 has to go at least one down, and I believe it's the same deal here. It has to go at least one out. This 8 will also have to come at least one space upward. Now with this 11, it can't go only 2 down. It would have to go 3 or 1. Does that help me at all? This could go all the way out, though. Now, if I brought this all the way down, unfortunately, I have problems here. So this can only move down at least one space. This can move up one space. We can't move this either. So it has to be something like this. Or this. Or this. Which means... I think this always has to be a dark cell, and this always has to be a dark cell. Because if this is a light cell, we'd have to put a dark cell here. Where does it go? So these are dark cells. Now, is this a light cell? No, because we can't do this, and we can't do this. Therefore, this is also a dark cell. Now, we can't obviously do that. Which means the 11 is now more constricted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's going to move up this way at least. Now if I bring this up, this is where we go. What does this do? Connect all light cells? No. So these are light cells for sure. Yeah, light cells all have to connect to each other. I think we've got it from there. Yep. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's got to go across. This is possible. This is also possible. Not sure yet. We got to block it somewhere. One of these two, or maybe one of these two. So anyway, that's a light cell. No, that's a dark cell for sure. There or there. This can't be a dark cell. This could be. If this is a dark cell, though, we would have to make it this way, which is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Interesting puzzle. Trickier than I thought it would be. No two dark areas have same shape and size, but they all have region 5, so we have pentominoes. That's what we have. If I bring this piece down, we're in trouble here. Therefore, we have to bring it like this. This will have to come out. So that's your T shape. That's kind of set. Well, then where does this one go? This one comes out. But then it can't make anything. Okay, no, I've missed... Well, if this one is dark cell... No, it's possible. We just bring this down. And it has to be the cross shape. Which means this has to be a T shape. Can't be a cross shape. Could be a C shape. This will have to come out. Because if it does this, we're in trouble. We can do a T shape here. We could do a C shape here as well. No. What's this going to be? Well, that's got to be there. This would make it cross shapes. We don't want to do that. We could do this. Don't know if I've got this right at all. C cross T. What other fivers? The line is a fiver. Like, if I tried to make this happen, how would we do it? We can make T here, make cross here, make C here. Yeah. Alright. All dark areas have same shape and size. They're all the same shape and size. If I did this, we would be in trouble, wouldn't we? Yeah, we'd be in trouble. So, I believe this has to come out for sure. Yeah. Can this be? Can this be? Either one of these could be it. If this was the case, though, we would be stuck here. Right? The 4 would have to be light, but we wouldn't want to do this. We'd have to bring it here. And we're good. Actually, we're fine. That's it. Alright, all dark areas have same shape and size. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Now, if I made this just a domino... Actually, hold on. Before I even go there. That is for sure. Now, if I made this the domino... How would I continue? We wouldn't want to bring... So that would, in fact, block this off. We should block that off. We'd have our dominoes. We'd have to do dominoes here. And now... What would we do here? We would be stuck with this. Actually, that's totally fine. Let's see. Connect all light cells. No two dark areas of same shape and size. So we know that's our domino, so we have to bring these out for sure. Connecting light cells is going to force this to be choke point. The domino and the single are done, so this has to come out at least once. There's your elbow, so this has to come out more. This is a choke point. This has to come out at least this far. And now that's your L shape from a tetromino. This has to come out. This has to come out and go further. So it has to come this way. So there's your S shape. And then I think we're just finished with it here. 0, 2. Connect all light cells. No two dark areas of the same shape, but they're all 4. So we have tetrominos only. Okay, tetrominos. This has to be a dark cell. This cannot, so there you go. 1, 2, 3. These are all not going to connect to each other. So we have all 4 of our tetrominos. Now where's the eye piece going to be? It's going to be here. This one has to move out that way. We have to move down either here or here. I think the only place this can be is the T. No. No, this has to be the Z. Like so. Then this can't be the Z. This could be the T or the L. This can be the O. There's your O. So I think if this is the L and that's the... Oh, hold on, I have to all connect. That's the L, this is the T. There we go. That's a pretty cool one. Don't make checkerboards. Exactly 1 symbol per dark area. All dark regions have area 5, and they're not the same shape and size. So we have pentominoes here. This has to move out at least that far. And the pentominoes have to be C. So this can't work. This isn't going to work as a pentomino. So that means it has to be the L-shaped pentomino. No checkerboards. This one has to be the V-shaped pentomino. T-shape, X-shape. What's the other shape I've got? I can do it here. I can do this, and I can do... Yeah, there you go. Let's grab this one. Connect all light cells. No two dark areas of same shape and size. All dark regions of area 4. Well, we're going to have to connect here. This is the only way to connect. You have to connect there and there and there. So we need an O shape and an I shape. That wasn't too bad. Don't make checkerboards. No two dark areas of same shape and size. All dark regions of area 4. And myopia arrows are here. All dark regions of area 4. Checkerboards. We have to have this. I think we need this to be the dark cell. Because if it was this one here, we'd have to make all these white. That's not going to work. That means this one has to be dark. It's not going to connect here. This would be a problem because it would force a checkerboard, so that's got to be white. That's got to be white, which means this one has to be dark. There's your L. This can't be an L, so this has to move out at least 1 space. This, who knows? All dark regions of area 4, none of them same shape and size, so we can't have one. Yeah, we could. We do have to bring down... If I had this piece, we would be in trouble because we would have to T, and then what would this be? It's an L or a T. So I think this has to be a light piece, which means that's a light piece and that's an S. Which means this can't be S and it can't be L. This has to be T. That's a problem, though. That's a problem. Hold on, let's try this one over. Okay. I'm now very confused. So I know we have to do this. We have to make this a dark cell. It's going to come out. One of these two is dark. If this is a dark cell, well, we can do that. It's possible. Oh no, hold on. If this is the dark cell, all of these have to be dark cells. That's not going to work. So knowing this is the dark cell means we can't put this here. This is what we have to do. Knowing that, this can't be a dark cell. That's a light cell. Okay, we've got that covered. One of these two. If this is it, we have a problem. So this is, in fact, the L piece. Okay, that so far is set. Now, here... I could be... see, if I make this... I can't make an L piece here. I can't do an L. So I'd have to make an I piece, but then this, where would this one go? If I make this... No, I can't make checkerboards. So... if I do this... Now, what kind of piece do we have here? I piece, because I'm an idiot. I piece. I stands for idiot. Cool. We can see when my brain is firing on all cylinders. So how many of these have we done in the congruency set? It's 97 out of 136. So yeah, a fair percentage of them. But in the myopia set, I've done 87 out of 92. So next time I load up and I go to this area, we'll finish all of the myopia set. While I'm working on sets, let's head to this area, to the Underclued set. And the Ascension set. I think those are the two. There's two separate sets over here. And we'll call that good. Get these out of the way. 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't make dominoes. Connect all light cells. So if I were to do this here, we would have to, we'd be forced into that. So we can't, so these both have to be light. There's no getting around it. This is, but then I can't do this either. I think these both have to go up. Like this. Don't make that pattern connect all dark cells. I think we have to do it this way. Because we can't, we have to cross into there, but we can't cross twice. So this is, in fact, what we do. Oh, that was it. Cool. Tiles remaining 8. God damn it. Alright, connect anything, all light regions of area 4. One of these two's got to be light, so this one has to be a light cell, no matter what happens. Now, if this is light... Actually, they can't all be light in here, so this one has to be light as well. This one has to be dark. One of these two has to be light, so it's that one. I think this has to be light. What's left? Underclued, I hate these ones. Oh, so that's should not be color. Wait, how do you make this one a dark cell? That means... Wait, hold on. Oh, all light regions have area 4. Dumbass. Just light regions. Which means this has to be dark. So now... Which means this could be anything. If this was a light cell, what would we do? This is a dark cell, would be fine. Hold on, where does it want me to look? Look at this tile. Well, this is a dark cell. We would force this, which would be trouble. So that's a light cell. But then... one of these two would be a dark cell, maybe? No. We can just brute force it. I don't know why that's true. I don't give a shit. I hate these puzzles. How about this one? That's got to come up. Mark only what is definitely true. Here. There we go. Let's figure it out. This basically clears these puzzles out. Like I'm doing these ones that suck so I get rid of them. Tiles remaining 6. All dark regions are buried 2. That's all I know? Well, then that's got to be a light cell. This has to be a light cell. This has to be a light cell. That's got to be a light cell. That's got to be a light cell. And that's got to be a light cell. Okay. Okay, moving on to... Are these Underclued or are these Ascension grids? Ascension grids, yay, they're good ones. Don't make this pattern. Connect all light cells. So I have a 25 here. Okay, there we go. Don't make squares. So there's one here and one down there. And the only way to do it is like so. It's possible there's some other stuff here. There's got to be one dark cell there, so now we've got to have 2 here. I think it has to be this one. Like so. I think if we're just going to have 2, I think there. Like if I do it this way, I just need, oops, I just need 1. Where do I put the 1? Alright, I gotta think about this more. Where do I put the 1? I think the 1 has to be here? No, then I've got the 2, and then I've got squares. Do this just fine. No, I can't. I'd have to do this, and then I'm out of luck here. Seems like this is the only thing I can do over on this side. Let's try again. So one of these has to be dark cell. It's got to be down here. If it was this one, we'd be in trouble. So we definitely have to do it this way. Which does force us on this. One of these has to be dark. 2 of these, there's got to be a dark cell here and here. So once again, we're... Okay, so we are correct in this spot. I need 2, 1, and 2. Where am I going to put them? So if I put the dark cell in the center, we do force these, and then we're in trouble, right? Yeah. So for sure that's a light cell. Now if I put the dark cell, let's say, down here, these are both square potential, and these are both square potential, and we're stuck. Therefore, this is a light cell. How about here? I can do this fine and get... no. Well, if I do this, we have to have dark cells here. We might have a shot. No, we don't. So does that mean we have all the way down? Because now we're forced to do dark cells at the bottom. And here. This can't work out. There's got to be a dark cell somewhere in here. Well, we can just, like, brute force it. Okay. That's light. Yeah. This is light. And then this is light. What the hell's going on around here? We'd have to make that. Yeah, that can't be. That can't be. Hold on a second. These are guaranteed. So if these are all light cells, then we have the dark cells here. So the dark cell has to be one of these three. Which would mean these are dark cells, and these are dark. And then this can't be right. Well, then what am I doing wrong over here? So the dark cell has to be one of these three. If the dark cell's here, this has to be it. That means this is forced. There has to be a dark cell in there, and there has to be a dark cell in here. This is not one in there. There's one here, and there's ones here. So once again, we're back here. Nothing, like if we don't put a dark cell in one of these three, we have an issue. Therefore, these are all light cells. And now we're stuck. What on earth is going on here? Oh, hold on a second. I've made a domino rule where there isn't one. There still is. This still is true. So let's be one of those two. So that's a light cell. So these are still true, but I could put one here just fine. So there's no guarantee this is a light cell. But then what do I do here? We can say brute force. No. What if I put it in the center? Like this. Put one there. But then we would need all the way down. I think the center's got to be white. What if it's here? Or, actually, what if it's down here? And then like this? Okay, that was interesting. That one baited me pretty hard. Don't make 3 in a row. And also no elbows? Okay. So that can't be done. And that can't be done. That can't be done. Let's see. This is fine. This is not. This is fine as well. So it's one of those two. That's all I know. So, that's a light cell. If I did this... Okay, that's a weird one. Not sure I like that one. Let's grab some over here. I'm not going to do all these right now. Maybe do one more. We don't make a square pattern, but we do want to connect all light cells, and all dark regions have area 2. We can't connect those to each other. Those are going to be corner rule. Those can't connect to each other. Corner rule. Those have to escape. Alright, where do we go from here? No squares. That's where we go from there. One of these two, one of these two. One of these two. If this is a dark cell, then this has to be a dark cell. And if this is a light cell, this has to be a dark cell. So that is a dark cell no matter what we do. So we have to block that off. That has to be a light cell no matter what. This can't be a dark cell. This can't be a dark cell. No, yeah, this can't be a dark cell. That's a light cell. One of these two is a dark cell. This is a dark cell. Actually, this is a dark cell. We would get quite a lot out of that. So, no, that's a light cell. One of these two. Now, if this is the dark cell, we're in trouble. Therefore, light cell, dark cell. Pretty sure there's not a dark cell here. Hold on. Let's go back to here. That's got to be because of the square rule. So this would be a problem. That's a light cell. That's how we do this corner here. Means we have to bring this through. There we are. One more. Maybe. Don't make that. Connect all dark cells. Okay. If I were to move this 3 across like so, these would be our dead ends. But this would also be... Oh no, we could do it this way. But we would have to connect all of this like so. I think we would have to connect it like this. This would be where we go here. Which would mean we bring it down this way. Okay, that would be a problem. So we can't bring it all the way over here. If we had, we'd have too many dead ends this way. Therefore, we have to bring it up at least once. This would bring too many dead ends, so we're going to block here. In fact, we might try this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring it down this way. And have our dead ends be here. No, that still doesn't get me what I want. What if I try this? This is probably better, because I can still do the same trick here. And now I can actually bring it around like this. Haha! A couple more minutes, maybe? I'm just checking to like at the hour mark. I don't think these are going to be in sync until I do 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't think that's going to bring them in sync either. So I think I need to do 1, 2, 3, then do one trick here, and then we're synced. That's the puzzle I just did. Bet those are the same. They are. As it glide rings, I see it. I'm trying to get to it, though. There we are. That worked out, even though I messed it up. I somehow recovered. Let's say it was skill and not luck. Oh, good. More of these. I really only want a few, like, this sort of thing. What direction on the mouse is going to work here? Sure, that's it. We're going up, we're going up. Neat. Okay, complete the pattern. It's like... No. Like, does it just have to be sandwich? Yeah, it just gotta be sandwich. A lot of wandering echoes right in this junction. I want to get up there now. Hold on. I'll get that in a second. Anyhow, where I was going before I was so rudely interrupted. Let's head up to the... Ah! Fine, I'll do this stupid charge jump to get this leitmotif. And this one down here? I feel like I'm gonna be looking... The ring is here. It's somewhere like this. There we are. And then there's a leitmotif up here. Actually, I think I'm seeing it from a different spot. I think I'm seeing it from over this way? Well, this is a different one. What's that one? What's this one, then? Are we seeing it from up there, maybe? Or from down here? Strange. Oh, there is another one, and is it from below? There's a lot of leitmotifs, like, right here. Nice. That's here. Nope, that didn't work. Nice. How about this? We done that one? No, we haven't. Oh, this looks annoying. Cool. Thanks for giving that one to me without trying, because I didn't want to try on that puzzle at all. What? I need... No, I need it to be more like this sort of thing, but I need it to be like... That's the wrong shape. this sort of thing, but oh dear. How do I get the... No, these... This area needs to be spread out more. I just need to get the shape on the inside. Sure, that's it. That's the one. That's how the puzzle is done. I'm looking at that, but I need a pillar to be looking past. Which one? A little more in this direction. I think I'm looking past one of these pillars here. I'll take it. Oh, not one of these. Annoying. Lots of leitmotifs I'm finding today. And there we go. So, where do I want to stand to grab this bad boy? There's an arch over here. Looking for a red. That's a different symbol, though. That's the symbol I want. So I need that angle, and we're good. How about you? Where's your friend? Okay, I don't want to connect those. Don't make dominoes. Alright. Don't make squares. Well, the A is not going to cut through here, so the A's got to cut through here. It's got to cut this way. C does have to escape. Yeah, I'll make that pattern. And no squares. Oops. There. Ah, there he is. Grab you and you. And then let's finish off with a lost grid or two. Probably not many. I really should be moving on with my life. Connect dark cells, don't make the pattern. They all have to be like this sort of thing. Well, let's look at how this 10 is going to get out. This 10's got to come out through there. There's really no way around it. But we got to connect all dark cells though. So how are we going to do that with this here? Maybe this connects to this one. And then this doesn't work out super well. No, because the dark cells aren't going to connect this way. Maybe if I do it this way, we can. Yep. Symmetry is going to be wanted there. That's got to be. think we have to do this. Yeah, which means that. I could do this. Means we have to go this way, maybe? Okay. Weird. I mean, it works as a puzzle, just it's kind of there. Connect all light cells. This probably has to be, these probably both have to be dark then. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, if this was light, all the light cells would be connected to that. This can't be light. Is there any way to make this work? I don't think there's any way to make this work. Unless this is the light. No, this can't be. Oh, it could be. Yeah. Baited. Baited hard. Interesting puzzle. Area numbers. Well, this is set. That's not going to be set. Are we just trapped in our spots here? Looks like we're just trapped in our spots here. No, that's it. No dead end. Weird. Yeah. Yeah. Such a bizarre pattern. No squares, which means we have to either go this way or that way. Connect light cells. Means we can't do this, can we? This would be an interesting one to do. I don't think this is going to work, but... No, it's not going to work. So, let's start by marking that. Okay, so I think we have to go straight up from here. Like so. Probably going to be doing this. There we go. Connect light cells, dark regions of area 8. Okay, how do I make 8 out of this? Seven. 3. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much. What the? How do I make 8 here? I need this. Oh, no, no, here we go. That's the 8. Weird. I really should stop just because it is getting late for me, so... That is terrible. Oh. That's the theme from the game. That's a great place to end things. Goodbye. Bye. Love you. Bye. Love you. I love you very much. Goodbye. I love you. I love you so